Today's episode is proudly brought to you by Tackle World. Hook up with a local. Suzuki, the ultimate outboard, and Extreme Boats.
How big is that fish?
Unbelievable.
Look at that for a beautiful cephalopod. What a catch! Well played, well played. Oh, triple!
Look at you go. How's the size of that?
Such a beautiful fish.
Oh, it's a sooty! This is IFISHTV Tackle World. From Mako Sharks to Murray Cod, we've got it all. Welcome to Bowen, North Queensland. Today I've got an epic day of land-based fishing planned. My first stop, Tackle World, because that's the team I'm fishing with.
Good work.
Could life get any better? I've got a hot coffee, I'm at Tackle World Bowen, and this bloke knows where the good spots are. What's the plan?
Paul, we're going to take you out to a nice little secret spot out of town and we're going to catch a few fish.
Now, I love mud crabs. Can you help with that?
Mate, we can do our best. We'll throw a pot in, maybe two, and we'll see how we go.
Seriously, he's my brand new best friend. So you basically blindfolded me to take you to your secret spot. How many people would fish here?
Mate, only a handful every year.
Yeah, that's what I like. It's half the beauty, isn't it?
Mate, it's just finding a spot that nobody else knows. This looks like a good spot here, mate.
Sure does. I can't believe we're actually a chance of getting land-based mud crabs. So what are you looking for with crabs, mate?
Mate, you're looking for depth, a bit of a gully, bit of current run, mangroves, and of course, like you can see, lots of different little species.
Unbelievable. Mullet, brim, little mangrove jack. The
little
place is just
pufferfish.
alive.
Throw her in here and we'll give her a go.
Sounds good. I'll hold the boy.
And then we'll throw the boy up in the tree.
Up in the tree, just in case. Oh, beautiful throw.
Yeah, we'll have a
Mate, if we get mud crab for dinner, you definitely will be mud. Off my shout for everything else. I would have shouted if a shark bit me.
Righto, mate.
What's the technique?
We're just going to try for a few flathead with a few soft plastics.
Yep.
We'll get in along the gutter here. Tide's just about to turn in the next sort of half an hour, 45 minutes, so we're in prime time. And yeah, we'll flick the shallows here and work our way around and hopefully find a lizard or two.
Sounds like a good way to kill a few hours. So it is important that we don't get too close to the water.
We don't really want to get too close and make sure your shadow's behind you, of course. If you throw your shadow, flathead are very finicky and they will take off.
There you go. Ooh, I saw a bit of
One's
dust.
just taken off.
I just saw a bit of dust. Look at the dust there.
From there too.
There you go. Well, it's time to fish.
Time to get them in.
Let's go. Well, got him.
He's on.
Oh, he dropped it. That was a flathead too, I reckon. This flathead fishing is quite technique sensitive. What we're doing is casting up the beach at about 30 to 45 degrees and letting the weight of the jig head take the plastic to the bottom. It hits the bottom, puff of sand, then literally lift, and wind down, pick up the slack line. What that's doing is getting the plastic to come off the bottom and land again. When it comes off the bottom, that's when the flathead can see it because they're sitting on the bottom looking up. So you just basically think about hopping it all the way back, take your time, there's no rush at all. And quite often what the fish will do, they'll swim quite a way, they'll land on top of the plastic, and then when you do your next lift, that's when you hook them. That's amazing. Come here, mate. That's what we were looking for.
That's what you're looking for.
Now, before I was talking about, whoops, here, come here, mate, come here. Oh, there you go, look at that. Up you go, up, back this way, whoops. Ow, I just got spiked by a flathead.
It's all right.
Oh, let him go, and he's gone. So, my hot tip, don't stand on a flathead, because it hurts. But what a beautiful fish that was. He was in so close, I'd stop whining to talk to you, and he went bang. Ouch. Interesting fact, Bowen's famous mango, the Kensington Pride, first came to the area in around 1885. So what was interesting about that flathead, he actually took my lure when I'd stopped whining it, and he was only about, I reckon, 6 inches of water. So the good thing about that is, for the first sort of 8 feet, there's no weed. Once you get beyond that, there is weed, and weed is not good when you're fishing a soft plastic. So I'm gonna try and really work the edge nice and tight. I remember I was at Pearson or Flinders Island in South Australia once trying to catch a flathead on fly. We fished all day, had no joy at all. The camera battery went flat. We were walking back to the boat, and I literally saw this monster flathead sitting right next to the beach. Casper fly hooked him. We had to film it on an iPhone. It went to air, but that just reminded me that big flathead will sit very close to the shore. So that's the technique I'm gonna work on. Yep, that's a nice one.
There we go.
That's solid fish.
Nice one, mate.
Again, I was talking to you, and that plastic was actually sitting there doing nothing when he ate it. Oh, he's just hit the surface.
It's not a bad size.
Must be a good size.
I can
Look
see
at
him
that.
there.
Now this one I'm going to slide up on the beach. I'm not going to muck around.
Oh, he's taking off.
Jeepers. That's what you call feet drag. Come on, mate.
Nice one, mate. Straight in.
He's beautiful.
Oh, he's not. He's still got he's a bit green yet.
He's a bit green. Now, we say a fish is green. We don't mean he's physically green.
It means that he's still got a fair bit of energy.
Look at that for a fish. We don't mean he's physically green. We mean he's still a bit fired up, green. So, you may notice I dragged this one about 8 metres from the water. I don't want to know with any more blood-stained feet. I'll get you to grab my rod, mate.
Not a problem, mate.
I just love these flathead. You have a look at that. How's the camouflage there on this fish on the sand? That is exactly what he's going to look like on the bottom. His eyes on the top of his head. As the fish comes past, bang, he comes up and eats it. They're incredible. Some say one of the fastest fish over a short distance. I'm going to get this guy back in the water, but flathead. First fish I ever caught, Port Phillip Bay. I was 13 years old. This fish changed my life forever. So I got spiked by a flathead before, and I've got a big hole in my foot and a lump. You get this white belly here, rub your finger on that. They say it has healing properties. Rub that on the wound, stops the bleeding, helps with the pain. Well, that's what they tell me anyway. At worst, it's a good placebo. This guy, you're going back because you looked after me. How nice is this? I'll be able to put him in the shallows, and he'll literally get taken away by the tide. Here we go, mate. There you go. And there he goes. They are so beautiful. I just love that camouflage. He's only swum about 2 metres, and he's almost disappeared. They've just got this big tail that goes thump, thump. I never thought I'd come to Queensland and target flathead, mate, but how good is it?
North Queensland flatties, mate.
I'm so excited.
Them.
So my lure of choice today for these flathead is a Squidgy Wriggler 140mm in black and gold. When I heard we're flathead fishing today, I rang the team at Tackle Bowen and said, please tell me you got some of these. Black and gold is the go-to colour for flathead. Plus they'll catch your barramundi, they'll catch jacks, they literally catch everything. One of the best lures to keep in your tackle box. You got one? Fish?
Yep.
It's a bit hard to see with that heavy rod and reel, mate.
I don't know what it is, mate.
Flatty? Oh, no way.
No, it's a...
It is a whiting, I reckon.
It's a big whiting.
I've got the spotters on. Slide him up, slide him up. Look at that. That is so good if you can hold my rod for me. A whiting on a soft plastic. Come this way. And how's the size of that whiting? Now, down south we get King George whiting. What is the technical term for this, mate?
That is a yellowfin whiting.
Also known as a sand whiting? Is that
That's a
different?
sand whiting as well.
As far as yellowfin whiting go, these are the bomb. That's a really good size one. And I reckon one of the sweetest tasting fish on the planet.
Mate, I could eat them all day.
I would
every
love
day.
nothing more than to sit on the beach here, 2 nibble tips, some worms, and catch these. How often do you get them on a soft plastic? That's got to be rare.
Mate, I've caught them on one counter on one hand in my whole life.
Well, there you go. Well,
They never
today
come out.
is the day. Things are going our way. A little bit of bad luck to start, but now we've got a smorgasbord. Flathead whiting, still dreaming of crab though.
Oh, hopefully.
That is the coolest thing ever. This has got to be the luckiest whiting in the world, doesn't it?
The luckiest and the unluckiest, one of the two.
Is there this big, you ever let him go?
Very rarely, mate.
Well,
Very rarely.
today we do. We want the good karma. Off you go, buddy. How good is to
Mate,
see a
that's
whiting?
beautiful. Watch them swim away like that. They'll be out there for someone else to get.
I tell you what, if they're that thick, I might even be putting a little prawn on later because I love whiting. Interesting fact, each November, the flatback turtle makes its way to the beaches of Bowen to nest and lay their eggs. Approximately 50 days later, the little hatchlings make their way to sea and the whole cycle starts again. Well, I'm lucky enough today to be here with Justin from Coral Coast Barramundi, and there's some pretty epic fish behind me. Can you please explain what they are? I know they're barramundi, but what are they?
So they're pretty special barramundi, Paul. Every million or so fish, we were finding a whitefish on the farm, sort of like Migaloo the white whale. So we started collecting them on the farm and then using them in our breeding population, and we're trying to breed a white premium quality barramundi for the Australian restaurant market.
So what about the orange guy?
So they're even more rare. We've only got a few on the farm and we're really trying to breed those ones as well. They look very special.
So for every, say, million barramundi you breed here, how many white ones do you get?
Nowadays we're getting roughly 50 fish out of a million.
Wow, so they're pretty special fish. Now, there's a bit of a stigma with farm barramundi. I remember 20 years ago, you go to farm barra, go, yuck, but you guys now are breeding them in salt water, and every single person here has told me it is just sensational. Is it true?
It is true, yeah, amazing. Salt water makes the fish nice and clean, tastes beautiful. The industry's been working on the muddy taint for a long time and we've worked out how to grow fish without that.
Yep.
And the big thing with farm barramundi, Paul, is it's 8 to 10 times higher in omega-3 than wild barramundi. So you're eating Aussie farm barramundi, you know you got healthy food for your family.
And the best thing about this, every barramundi you eat that's farmed is one that is still out there that we can catch.
That's right.
Sensational, these fish blowing my mind. So we're crossing here.
Yeah, mate. Nice and shallow here. I don't think we'll get too long up here.
No. Yep. Oh, that's a good fish too. Good fish. He just smashed me. Look at that. Absolutely cleaned out, PW. Yep, gotcha. What do we got here? That one, not sure if she's a whiting. And this is why I've had troubles hooking a few. Little brim. He's only a baby, but the incredible thing about brim, you can catch him in every single state of Australia, and land-based, well, very easy for land-based fishers because they're always near structure. You're going back, mate. That's why we're losing a few baits to pickers. Holy snapping, look at the size of this thing. Look at that.
It's only very recent too.
That was an ornamental crayfish, an absolute monster. Obviously, he's died at sea very recently. Look at that, you can see where the ocky's chewed his side.
Straight through the side, he's being grabbed by a ginormous octopus.
How's that for absolutely amazing? And at my feet too, there's a mud crab claw. So this system I'm tipping it is alive and well.
But there is a painted crayfish that we get in North Queensland. Unlike your rock lobsters that you get down back home, that's our pride and joy.
That is unbelievable.
We know what you'd rather be doing.
We know what you really got in mind.
We know you'd rather be out fishing. And today's the day you're gonna wet a line. 'Cause every day's a good day.
Stop wishing.
Every day's a chance to drift away. Drift away.
Every day's a good day for fishing. See you down at Tackle World today.
Ta-da! Oh, I love catching fishies off the peak because I'm a tackle rat.
G'day, I'm Mark Keaveney from Tackle World Mornington. In the 17 years that I've been working for Tackle World, I've seen the game fishery in Australia grow and grow and grow. Swordfish, marlin, bluefin tuna, yellowfin tuna, you name it, in Australia, we've got it. And when it comes to catching these iconic species, there's nothing more important than your fishing line. And the Buku range of IGFA fishing lines has got you covered. The Buku range comes in two great sizes, 1,000 metre spools and the giant 4,000 metre spool. Now in store, we use the 4,000 metre spool so we can bulk spool your reels on our line spooler in store so you only pay for what you use. It comes in three great colours, high vis and stealth blue. Now the high vis, perfect for when you need to see where your spread is at, when you're running multiple lines on multiple reels. The stealth is perfect for when you need to keep that low profile, cubing, shark fishing, or when you just basically have line shy fish. Buku covers all your IGFA line classes, so no matter what fish you catch, it's got you covered. As you can see, the Buku line range is huge. Pop into your local Tackle World store and get some on your reel today. And to find that store, go to tackleworld.com.au.
Tackle World stores are owned and operated by locals who actually fish. Their advice is priceless, that's why it's free. At Tackle World, every day is a good day for fishing.
Interesting fact, over 2 months of filming for the famous movie Australia, starring Nicole Kidman and Hugh Jackman, took place in the town of Bowen. One of the main reasons was that the Bowen waterfront looked exactly like the Darwin waterfront did 60 years ago. I'm just going to try and cast closer to this structure. It's got to be something there. Like, structure should equal fish.
Paul, thing I've got to take on here, mate.
On your live mullet?
On the live potty.
Mate, when you're ready, set that look. Oh, what do you think?
No, she's got some weight.
Go! Yes! Oh. That looks solid. Oh, you got a snag, mate.
I don't know what it is, mate. She's still fighting.
Weight?
Yeah, it's got a lot of weight.
Oh, it's a crab. I reckon it's a muddy. It is a muddy, isn't it? That's a muddy. That is ridiculous. How good is this place? Just go slow and steady, mate. I'm going to get behind him.
Back.
I think I got him. Yes! Look at him. He's hanging on. That is so epic. I'm not going to do this. Look at him.
That's a keeper, mate.
So what's happened there?
Mate, he's probably been eating the livey and we've lost the livey.
Yep, gone.
And he's ended up somehow hooked on the bottom.
We've been lucky enough. This system, seriously, so far, flatties, whiting, how's the size of that ornamental cray?
Yeah, muddy.
If there's one of these in my pot, this will be one of the best days land-based fishing I've had for a long time. I'm going to try and get him out. When I do, I might be talking like this, because they have big claws. You are a legend. Well, that's what you call a stroke of luck, mate. Have you caught muddies on bait before?
Mate, I have, but they are very rare to get on a bait.
They are so good. Now, this area obviously pretty famous for mud crabs.
They are. You can tell he's got a few barnacles on him too, so he's been in the water for quite some time. And it's a well and truly legal crab, that one.
So if you come here, how many pots can you put in per person?
I think it's maximum of 4.
Yep. And that's as an amateur angler?
That's an amateur.
And if
they have to be marked.
Yep, with your name.
Name and phone number.
If you know your stuff and you're a local, how many mud crabs could you get in a good month if you just have a bit of a go?
If you had a real good crack, you get upwards of 40 or 50.
Stop it. I'm moving to Bowen right now. Mangoes, mud crabs, good blokes. What else do you need?
Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and YouTube for everything IFISHTV. And don't forget our website, ifishtv.net.
So we're back where it all began. It's been a big day. I don't see a lot of movement in the pot, mate.
No, but I can definitely see one in there, mate.
So one is better than none. Is it a big one or a decent size?
Mate, it looks like she's a keeper to me.
A good sized big one, as my good friend Eric would say. What do we got? Still not looking. Oh!
Hey, two.
Two, hang on.
What?
No, three.
Four.
Four. There's four. There he is, the fourth. So 2 juvenile mud crabs. Shows this system is alive and well, but more importantly, a couple of gems.
We've got a couple of big ones in there, mate.
Let me, whoops. What do we do here? Shake them and put
Give
them
them
out
a
the top?
shake and we'll see if we can get them.
They are serious crabs. Now, you were saying something about the months of the year and letters. What's the go there?
Mate, the old wives' tale used to be that you don't catch crabs in the months that don't have an R in them.
Really?
We don't seem to find that much in the north.
Yep.
We catch crabs all year round.
What a day it's been. I can't remember the last day I caught flathead, whiting, mud crabs on rod and reel and mud crabs on a pot. I am told, I'm being very careful here, I'm told the biggest mud crab in the history of the world, 21 centimetres across the carapace.
And just over 2.5 kilos.
That is a beast. They're found in Africa, Asia and Oceania. Now the best thing about today, apart from all this, 12 hours ago, didn't know who this bloke was. Now we're great mates. And we've got mutual friends that go back 20 odd years.
Mate, we do.
Who's the bloke we're talking about before?
Mate, it was a very, very famous fisherman named Malcolm Florence.
He asked me if I knew the video. It went like this. You'll get it, if you know what I mean. Today's episode is proudly brought to you by Tackle World. Hook up with a local. Suzuki, the ultimate outboard, and Extreme Boats.